Discipline isn't a prison guard. It's your best friend who actually wants you to win. You know, when most people hear the word discipline, they flinch like somebody just threatened to take away their Netflix password. It's got that heavy, serious vibe, like a stern coach with a clipboard waiting to yell at you for breathing wrong. But here's the wild part. Discipline isn't the enemy. It's not the prison guard keeping you locked up. It's the best friend who sneaks you the keys and says, "Hey, let's get you out of here." If you want true freedom, the kind where you actually do what you dream of instead of just talking about it at brunch, then discipline is the real MVP. And no, you don't have to overhaul your entire life overnight. You can start with just 5 minutes a day. Seriously, let's talk about why and how. Freedom without discipline is just chaos wearing flip-flops. Look, we've all had those days where we declare, "I'm free. I'm doing whatever I want today." Cut to 9 hours later. You're on the couch, 14 YouTube videos deep into conspiracy theories about pigeons being government drones. Is that freedom? Technically, yes. But also, kinda no. Because real freedom isn't just doing whatever feels good in the moment. Real freedom is becoming the kind of person who can do hard things, who can build a life they're proud of. And that doesn't happen by accident. It happens by choice. Daily, tiny, annoying, beautiful choice. Discipline is the structure that makes real freedom possible. It's the invisible backbone that lets you chase your dreams without getting lost in a swamp of procrastination and regret. And here's the secret most people miss. Discipline isn't about locking yourself up. It's about unlocking your potential. It's like giving future you a big ol' high five and saying, "Don't worry, I've got you back." Without discipline, your life turns into a series of random mood swings, impulse purchases, and half-finished projects you don't even remember starting. With discipline, your life starts to stack up into something meaningful, on purpose, not by accident. It's not about being rigid. It's about being free because you're solid inside, not blown around by every craving, every distraction, every shiny object that passes by. Freedom without discipline is chaos. Freedom with discipline? That's power. That's peace. That's the kind of life you wake up grateful for. But here's the thing. Nobody tells you. You don't build that kind of freedom by flipping a magic switch. You build it the same way you build anything real. One tiny, boring, almost embarrassingly small step at a time. And guess what? You don't need to move mountains today. You just need 5 minutes. Yeah, you heard me right. 5. Tiny. Glorious. Minutes. 5 minutes a day because you're not training for the Olympics. Yet. Here's the biggest mistake people make. They treat self-improvement like a crash diet. I'll meditate for an hour, run 10 miles, wake up at 4 a.m. and journal till my hand cramps. Yeah, good luck with that. That's not building discipline. That's building resentment. And guess what? You'll quit faster than you can say, snooze button. Instead, start stupid small. I'm talking 5 minutes. 5 minutes of stretching. 5 minutes of reading. 5 minutes of writing your goals down. 5 minutes of doing the thing you say you want to get good at. 5 minutes is tiny. That's the point. You're not trying to impress anyone. You're trying to sneak past your brain's natural laziness before it even knows what's happening. You're not proving you're a machine. You're proving you can show up for yourself, even when nobody's watching. You're building the muscle of consistency, the one skill that quietly makes everything else possible. Because if you can do it for 5 minutes, guess what? You can do it for 10 later, then 20, then a lifetime. It's not about doing a lot once. It's about doing a little forever. And over time, those tiny little boring wins, they stack up into something kind of magical. Momentum. And once momentum kicks in, good luck trying to stop you. It's not about doing a lot once. It's about doing a little forever. And over time, those tiny little boring wins, they stack up into something kind of magical. Momentum. And once momentum kicks in, good luck trying to stop you. But if you're wondering, why is it so hard to even start those 5 minutes some days? Well, it's not because you're broken, it's because your brain is lazy. And that's not an insult. It's actually trying to help you. Sort of. Tiny wins stack up faster than you think. At first, those 5 minutes won't feel like much. It might even feel a little silly, like putting one Lego block on a table and calling it a castle. But stack enough blocks, day after day, and you're suddenly looking at something real, a habit, a skill, a version of yourself that feels stronger, calmer, more on purpose. Self-discipline isn't about grinding yourself into the ground. It's about collecting tiny wins and letting them turn into unstoppable momentum. It's not about waking up one morning with a six-pack, a published novel, and inner peace. It's about waking up one morning and realizing, hey, I'm kind of proud of how far I've come. And once you get a taste of that feeling, the holy crap I'm actually doing it feeling, you won't want to go back. You'll start trusting yourself more. You'll stop making those dramatic promises you know you won't keep. You'll just quietly keep building. And that's where real self-improvement lives. Not in the loud starts, but in the quiet keeps. Discipline makes the hard things easier and the good things sweeter. When you build discipline, life still throws you curveballs. That's just the deal. You'll still have bad days, boring days, days where everything feels like pushing a fridge uphill. But the difference is, you won't get knocked over by them anymore. You'll have this quiet confidence inside you. You'll know, I can handle this. I show up for myself, even when it's not perfect, especially when it's not perfect. And guess what? The fun stuff, vacations, downtime, even just chilling on a Saturday afternoon, feels way better when you know you've earned it. No guilt, no nagging little voice whispering, you should be doing something productive. Just pure, delicious peace. Start today. Start badly. Just start. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need a fancy app. You don't need a dramatic life overhaul. You just need 5 minutes. Pick one thing. Set a timer. Do it badly if you must. But do it. Because that tiny, slightly awkward, imperfect start, it's the doorway to the life you actually want. And trust me, future you is going to be real grateful you decided to show up. Not because it looked impressive, not because it made for a perfect Instagram post, but because it proved something way more important. You're not just dreaming about change, you're becoming it. Every time you show up, even imperfectly, you're casting a vote for the kind of person you want to be. And those votes add up. One clumsy 5-minute session at a time. Nobody builds a great life by waiting until they feel ready. They build it by starting when it's messy, awkward, and a little bit scary. So start today. Start badly. Start before you feel brave. Because honestly, bravery usually shows up 5 minutes after you do. Discipline isn't the grumpy drill sergeant barking orders in your head. It's more like that stubborn, loyal friend who sees the best in you, even when you're tired, messy, and halfway through giving up. The one who nudges you and says, "Come on, you're made for more than this." 5 minutes a day. That's all it takes to start. 5 minutes to choose yourself. 5 minutes to move one tiny step closer to the life you know you're capable of living. That's how you escape the chaos. That's how you find real freedom. Not by running away from the hard things, but by walking straight toward them. One small, stubborn, beautiful minute at a time.